in the comments, in the chat, right? And this is the stuff she was saying.
I promise I'm really gone. And the only thing that's breaking my soul and shattering my heart is I'm gonna miss you all. I found so many beautiful people here, and I'm gonna miss you all so much. I'm so sorry.
You might not want to do that voice.
Why?
You might want, because it might kill your voice as many as there is.
I got this. I'm so sorry I let you all down. I'll never ever stop supporting Savage. She's my ride or die, and I'll never let anyone hurt her. Thank you all much for the love and support. May God bless you.
Wait, make sure. Yeah, okay.
Because of the whole ghost camp thing, people were offering to pay my entire trip and expenses, and I didn't want to go, so I told them it was just a mess with Jaffe because I didn't want people sending me money only. To really not go, that would be scamming my supporters, and I would rather lose my job than do that. Keem got upset with me because I said it was a joke. I'm so sorry, I gotta go. This is killing me. Love you all, and please stay and support Savage. I was and always will be loyal to her, no matter what.
Okay, then the bottom one.
I'm just as confused, but it's this show and his goal. I'll make a video on my channel in a couple days to explain everything. Please just know that you, the supporters, mean more to me than anything. I truly love you all so much. Y'all got me through one of the worst losses in my life, my career. And I'll never be able to repay y'all for that. Thank you all. Roxy, stay strong. Stay you. There's more to me just losing this job that's going on in my life, and he knows that. I've been so loyal to him and Mike. I had a chance at another hospice job, and I turned it down for this. Fuck my life. I lost everything for this fucking show. I'm done.
She had another chance at another hospice job?
What was that? You mean you had a whole other job? So you didn't lose everything. You chose... So the one thing you did actually lose, your other job, you could have got another job, and you chose not to. So really the one thing you did lose, you didn't lose. It was a choice. And now that you fucked this up, you want to say you double lost something that you chose not to have. So you're playing double loss on something you really gave up yourself that you never lost in the first place.
Yes.
Interesting.
Xylee, can you please let Savage know you aren't afraid to call anyone out? She thinks everyone is afraid to call Tina out. She obviously doesn't know you at all. Xylee ain't afraid of a hit.
Look,
true.
I would love to call Tina out. The problem is, I think Tina is a fucking G. I love Tina.
Listen, when Tina was going around and talking, remember when she used to really talk a lot about all the e-girls that were in here, all the OnlyFans girls and stuff? I said something to Tina about that. I don't have a problem saying something to Tina if I don't like what she's saying.
Yeah, but we all know why Tina calls the e-girls out. Because Tina wishes she had some fucking 2 legs to sell on.
But I bucked against Tina on that. I was like, listen, I'm not going to call somebody out being in sex work, et cetera, et cetera.
Tina wants to sell a couple of little sexy pics. She just ain't got 2 legs, that's all.
All right, there you go.
I'll be making a video after the show ends. I watched where Keem is telling Xylee my fate is in her hands. Fuck that. I'd rather beg Satan for a job than her. Got me fucked up. Well, you could just go back to the other job.
Yeah, exactly.
I would never ever give her the satisfaction of making me squirm. Keem thinks I'm a joke. I'd rather lose my life than have to bow to her. Anyone else in the LCU but not her, I'm done. You could just talk to her. You could just square one, answer her messages.
Listen, no, I haven't messaged her since 9 p.m. yesterday when I was told to message her, right? I have not messaged her since because I'm not going to chase her down in the sense of I'm not going to keep going in her DMs. I don't want to make this decision without talking to her because that would be the adult thing to do. But if she's not talking to me, then I guess I have to go by facts and no logic or no.
So we're back at it with Rewind. Again, I usually don't cover too much of Rewind just because a lot of the time when it's coming to Rewind, they just kind of talk about certain stuff about the LCU, and every so often there is like some stuff I would watch or some information that I need to get that I have to go through Rewind to get. And their stream was Friday, mine is being uploaded Sunday, was about the whole thing with Roxy, and later on he had Tina, and I have a clip of that. But first let's talk about, like, I guess the first 2 clips with deals with Roxy particularly. Now, if you're not aware, Roxy was quote-unquote fired, and it was up to, Savage's decision to quote-unquote decide if she's still going to work with the LCU or not. Let's be frank, a lot of this is just showmanship. Not showmanship, but all of it is just like, a prop, right? It's all just for funding games. Really more or less just there for the shits and giggles. That's really what it's about. And that's how I really feel about it. It's like they're just dragging this on because there's really no other content for them to do or cover. Obviously, there's the whole thing between Hassan Piker and Ethan. The stuff with H3, but they're not gonna really cover it. Now, in the case of Rewind, I will give them the benefit of the doubt that obviously for Rewind, again, their main focus is to cover the LCU. But again, like right now, the LCU doesn't really have much to talk about, and given with a new time shift, and Keemstar kind of going away for a couple days, they're kind of resorting to whatever they have to, and obviously the biggest one being Roxy. Let's be fair, if Keem was still around, this probably would not have been a big deal. This would have been just a regular, well, whatever. Keem got mad. Who cares? Move on. Because let's be fair, a lot of the people in this universe have probably done worse, have said it worse, and said questionable things. Right, it's really more or less just them trying to milk something till Keem's story comes back. That's what it really comes back. And even if, she's quote unquote fired, she'll be back. There always will come back, right? Because currently now Zeta, Ray, and Angela, I think they're kicked off of Milkers for a bit of time. I don't know. That's really how it is right now. That it's like information all over the place. Truthfully, it's pretty funny. That's how I would say it, really. Oops, sorry for yawning.
All 3 of the voice messages on OBS. Put it to the thumbnail for Milkers today, and added a cute little line for voices and sprinkles. Just made it cute.
Yeah.
All right, so these are the 3 voice messages.
Okay, please listen to me. Please. You're the only one. You're the only one that I reached out to, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Xylee and I do not like each other. For Keem to know this, and for Keem to put this in her hands, is the dirtiest, most vile thing he can do. Xylee wanted me out from day one. Xylee lied so many times to you people, telling you people Roxy's a liar.
Oh, but you lied today.
Interesting.
Was Xylee lying or was Roxy lying?
Xylee, do you dislike Roxy?
Yes, I've always disliked Roxy. You know why I've always disliked Roxy?
Why?
Because I knew from day one I couldn't fucking trust her.
Oh, interesting.
The other night when she jumped in, the same night that she got in trouble or did what she did, when she came up there. Did you notice I stopped talking as much? I only was saying for her to come at you about the liar remark.
Oh, yeah.
You know why I did that? Because I don't trust her.
Yeah. Now, Xylee, that being said, would you be unfair in firing her?
No, that's why I want to have a conversation with her. Because I understand firing somebody is a serious thing.
Yeah. And now, Xylee, would you say that the way Roxy is acting is probably just emotional manipulation to get her fan base to rile up and give her support in this time of...
Well, here's the thing. No matter what decision I make, I'm going to be the bad guy. And you know why Keem gave it to me? Because he knows I don't care about being the bad guy. I don't care.
Can I suggest something? No matter what decision you make, Keem's probably going to overturn it eventually anyways.
Probably. Most likely. So whatever decision I make, let's be honest, whatever decision I make, the ultimate decision is still on Keem.
Right?
But you know what? Whatever decision I make, I'll stand 10 toes down and say that's how the fuck I felt. What was the first thing we did when I came into Fat Camp and Becky was standing right fucking there and they asked me, Xylee, how do you feel about Becky being here? I looked her dead in her motherfucking eyes and said, I don't think your ass should be here. Matter of fact, I don't even think you should be part of the LCU anymore. I said it to her fucking face. IRL. I said it to her fucking face.
And then who took care of Becky?
I did.
You were literally her bunkmate, taking care of her when shit went down between Becky and Roxy. It went from you getting the goddamn don't beat up Becky warning to being take care of Becky within like a 48-hour period. Ain't that shit wild?
Yes, that shit's wild. All right, let's keep playing.
I don't like Roxy. Then we're at Fat Camp, and voice chat, she apologizes to me. I didn't know it was fake, Roxy. She knows that all that recording stuff was not real. She knows I didn't go around and do half of the shit that was done. And she sat there and apologized. The second she found out Twiggy set me up, the second she found out...
I did. And if I have to, I'll show the fucking DMs where I did it, honey, because I didn't sign an NDA with you. I signed one with Keemstar. So if I have to show the screen, if I have to take a screenshot real quick of what I DM'd you after the Twiggy shit, I absolutely will, because I thought the Twiggy shit was real. Come to find out, it was fucking Twiggy being an asshole. So I absolutely apologize to you for thinking about that. 100%.
Because Roxy's not a psycho. What's up, Em? Because Xylee's not a psycho. What's up, Em? Octolink says, Roxy, Xylee will give you a real chance. Becky would throw your ass out and laugh about it. Also, we need a Xylee emoji. Xylee has kept it real. She even calls out Keemstar and doesn't backpedal on it. Dude, Xylee...
play for me.
Yeah, I think there was a cuss word in it, and it doesn't read out. That's why I read that one out. The cuss words don't read out. But yeah, Xylee is fair as fuck, and when your future is determined by someone who's fair as fuck and you know you're guilty as fuck, and you should be sentenced fairly, you play nasty. Because that's your only hand to play. Neglected Tipple says, LMO, she sounds like Daniel Larson talking about Grace Vanderwall being his girlfriend. I can't unhear it now. Damn. Coaches 187 says, Pirate Flags don't belong to this chat. RWO for...
So now here they were just watching a set of clips that obviously good old Xylee gets real, or, Xylee, the sellout more or less comes in and... Which is not a bad thing, let's be real. Obviously, for giving her challenge shots and everything, I don't really blame her for selling out. Same thing with Billy the Fridge. But obviously, they still continue talking about Roxy. And in this particular clip, Xylee, just put a bunch of voice clips of just, Roxy kind of freaking out. It really makes me kind of think that this is really more or less fake. Like, just the way it's being presented and, like, the way things are, it's clearly just one big script. Or just, at least they're just improvising for the next couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised what's really happening. It's like, she had a family emergency or something is going on, and so like, well, they still need her, so like, why not just milk some type of content till she's gone? Sort of the whole thing with like what happened with Becky when she was gone for a couple days. She quote unquote went to Texas, obviously went to Texas for to get it, to get dick down. But in reality, well, apparently she went there to, go see a sick relative, but then, like, it was revealed that she was going to get, down. But then they backtracked it, and they didn't backtrack. It's just so weird. And that's really how it is with this, right? That's really what it comes down to, where they say one thing, it's another thing, it's this thing. Give it some time, and they'll probably just say it was something completely different. Just weird back and forth with these people. Honestly, just watching this particular, session of Rewind, all I was thinking to myself was, damn. Well, could be better, but could be worse.
Dog treat for Angel, I miss her.
Yeah.
What did she come on my show to say today? So then, of course, Savage being Savage. Oh, like blinker fluid, you're getting money behind Keem's back. No, bitch, I didn't sign an NDA with Roxy.
Mm-mm.
She offered it to me. I paid it back today and blocked her.
Yep.
And she's using it to deflect because guess what, Roxy? I'm not going to be doggish like you. Wait a minute, Billy, 1 second, you do it. You talk about Savage like a dog to me thinking that's what I wanted to hear. You're the biggest backstabber on this fucking platform, bitch. Talk to Billy.
That's so miserable that someone would hold money like that over you. That's so
Over a
miserable.
dog treats.
That's so miserable.
You remember you went and got me burgers? I said, Billy, here's some money. You said, no, I don't want it.
Yeah, you were doing shit
Yeah.
for everybody all the
I
time.
brought everybody to town for free. Brought her to town to get her cigarettes. I did anything I could for anybody. Went up to
Yeah.
town, got shit for everybody. And you're going to call me a greedy motherfucking hashbag begging bitch? Let me
Yeah.
tell you something, Roxy. You dusty, crusty, musty motherfucking retarded bitch.
a fucking fridge. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Albert? What
It's how you talked about my son. I got the screenshot. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there with you because I know what you guys are doing. You're sitting there trying to tell like we don't make Keem money. We make double, sometimes triple than what you guys do, and we do not throw it in his face. Be grateful he gave you a platform, Savage, because you ran out of him over there doing the same bullshit you're doing. And you know what, Roxy? You proved to me you lost your job, and I'll prove you didn't. How about that, bitch? Because I'm a real fucking G.
We know that she said that she got a whole other job offer that she turned down.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell her like this, and I know Xylie's here. Billy's here. She told me she was suspended. Keem said, don't worry about that because, you're making such good money over here. Go find another job with your experience. Don't go back there because if she went back there, she'd have to leave YouTube. That was one of the conditions.
So she told you, Keem told her that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 100%. Yes. I have no reason to lie. Keem's going to know whether I'm lying because she said Keem told her, you got your degree or whatever, just go somewhere else. That way you can still do YouTube too. I said, why would he do that? A real friend would want you to go back to your 18-year career. I can't see doing that. I mean, even Keem's are. What the fuck? She said, because he knows I make a lot of money over here. He knows I like doing it. So he told me basically, fuck my job for 18 years that I dedicated myself to and had all these great friends and everything at. And go get another one so I can still perform here. And Savage, the only reason why you're kissing her ass is because you suck without her. The only way that channel's maintained is from Michael and Roxy. I hate to say it.
Well,
But your shit is selling itself.
Roxy was a huge turning point in the Milker's success. Michael and Roxy.
But you can't talk to supporters like that. That's one of your biggest things you learn on here. You don't go to your supporters complaining about other hosts or other things because you know what they do?
They
wait
turn
like
on you.
today and they go and tell Keemstar.
Yes, and now I have the voice notes because
Yeah.
they were given to someone else who was given to me.
Right.
That's why you don't tell supporters shit. That's why you don't get in the DMs with them. People, this is a great example why I don't do DMs.
There are consequences when instead of talking to Xylie, you talk to Consequences, the member of the Discord named Consequences.
You know the funny thing is, Billy, my feelings are hurt for this reason only. She was a supporter of Ain't Grandpa. You know we're going through a lot with the cops coming here. I had Jen's kids. Come here, Buster. Come here. Come see Billy. Come here. Show Billy. Come here. Bring him over here. Billy, see the new dog.
What a Buster.
Come, Billy. Come on.
Oh.
She abandoned old Buster boy.
Hey, what a
And you know, we're
Buster
going through a lot with her making rumors up on AGP and so on and so forth. Roxy was a supposed Ain't Grandpa fan. Simon, you've been there. Her niece is one of my biggest fans. She said, please, Tina, please make my niece's day. Called her on the phone. I talked to her. Want me to sign the new boxers? Remember the new boxers I signed?
Yep,
I
I do.
I'm going to give you $50. I said, no, you don't have to pay me for it. She said, no, I want to. Whatever. Now you're making it look like I go to people and ask them for money behind Keem's back and don't share it? First of all, bitch, who I am is not from Keem. From my mother and father.
And here we have Tina. So Tina basically for like the most of the like remaining of the stream just came on, talked to Xylie, just her usual talking about Savage and Milkers and everybody saying Savage isn't entertaining or Roxy is the entertaining one. Let's be real. Let's all be genuinely real. Tina isn't that entertaining. Tina has some quick one-liners that are funny sometimes, but she herself is not that entertaining. At least Roxy and Savage are, competent enough to make video. They're competent enough to run a stream. Where obviously, Tina isn't. And I've seen older YouTubers who are around the same age as Tina still know how to make content or know how to run OBS or make a stream. To me, it's just very funny that she goes on about Roxy and Savage, yet she herself, when she's attacked, try to like go behind somebody or goes to Kim. It's really what it comes down to with these people, these women. And I'm not trying to be an incel. I'm not trying to be sexist or misogynist. I'm really not. But a lot of the time, it's just this constant back and forth of a cycle. Like, let's be real. And then they bring up the legacy of AGP. And I think most people who probably agree with me that, like, AGP has been very irrelevant until recently with the lolcowlive. And I really doubt a majority of people in the LCU really watch, you know, AGP or get behind the camera. And let's be fair, I kind of don't really respect Tina too much because of the whole Michael situation. Right. But like they always gotta bring up the legacy of AGP. But let's be real, I think if AGP was around, he'll probably just phone it in or fake everything just to make him look better than everybody. Like I know maybe some of my audience maybe AGP fans. I think I know like maybe one or two are, but it's like you can't deny that like they use his legacy as some type of bargaining chip or some type of whatever. And I think most people within the LCU just probably don't care. Right? I doubt many of them even watched AGP when he was still around. Right? And it's just so annoying in my eyes. And that's who really Tina is and these people are. They just talk about some crap, but then when you confront them, they bend to the knees so fast. Or they talk about the legacy. Like, I know Becky, you know, when people attack Becky, she was trying to throw in her YouTube channel. Like, oh, both my YouTube channel got around, had a combined total of 100,000 subscribers. But, like, you've been pretty irrelevant for almost 10 years, maybe less than 10 years, let's be fair. And you're throwing in your YouTube channel that you haven't made content in years. That's kind of dumb in my honest opinion. But I don't know what else I can really say about this whole thing. It's just a whatever burger with the rewind people half the time. But till next time, but get one, y'all. Be safe and God bless. Oops, did not stop.